It's Dale D'Antoni here. Welcome to the Sofa Sessions. D'Antoni, Wayne.
Yo, what's up? It's episode 37 of this here podcast. Last episode did pretty well. Thank you guys for watching for that. Christian, I think he did a really good job of, talking. It was a good fun interview. Me and him are really good buddies, so it was really fun to sit down with him. Hopefully he'll definitely be in videos more like on my YouTube and stuff, and even on the podcast. But yeah, I was supposed to have someone on this week, but kind of fell through last minute. So it's just me, and there's no video because I set up everything like over here, like where I had my PC and everything, and I didn't feel like moving it all because I had to use my laptop instead of my PC, and it would have just taken forever, and I would have just like not done it if I had to set up everything. But yeah, I don't know, like when I think of success and I think of, doing this kind of stuff and thinking about doing this every week, it kind of does, it does scare me to a certain extent, and it does put pressure on me. But like, I feel bad because I hate making something and telling people to go and listen to something or go and tell people, or like thanking people for listening to my stuff, and then I do it for 2 weeks, and then it's like it's over. Like I'm not doing it anymore. So like that's like the main reason why I'm creating this, and it's also fun to just sit here and kind of talk out loud, thinking out loud. Shout out to my boy. He knows who he is if he's listening. But yeah, it kind of fell through. I'm supposed to have somebody on. I shouldn't have planned on them being on here because they have not really necessarily canceled in the past, but have not been, a reliable source. And that's something that lately has happened quite often. I've set something up and, it's not gone my plan. Like I think the last 3 or 4 things I've set up, they just have not gone the right way at all. Like everyone cancels, that something came up, or I couldn't go because of this happened. Like even like last Saturday, Black Sheep Street Co., the clothing company that I'm good friends with. They had like a skate competition up in Blanchard, and it was really cool. Not a lot of people came out, but like a good amount of people came out, which is good, to support like the local Augusta scene and like Augusta skate scene. And they're gonna have another one in October, so that's gonna be cool. But like a lot of people were supposed to come out and they didn't. I was supposed to also film a video out there too, which that's another thing, man. Like I have these plans of like filming these videos, and then when it gets time to do it, I slack and I don't do it. So yeah, I was supposed to film a video that day. Couple things, my buddies didn't go, which like I shouldn't be basing, if I'm gonna be able to film off of, if my buddies can't go or not, kind of thing. But it's all good. Like I think like one of the main things I need to work on, if I really do plan on making videos for like a career, like for a future, even though like to some people that's kind of weird to look at and be like, yeah, that's like a future that I want to look into, but like for me, like I think that'd be like really cool. I think I even said it in like the last podcast with Christian, and I wish him and I could have sat down even longer and talked about it. But like, what we want to do like in the future, I feel like both of us, we kind of have similar ideals with that. So yeah, for some people it might be weird to sit there and think that making videos and making content and posting them on TikTok and YouTube and being popular is is like a legitimate career path to life, which I think it definitely is. Yeah, it does come with some perks once you get up in that big subscriber category. And it's like ever since I was a kid, I just loved. I love that stuff. I remember I used to watch Smosh, and they would do these fan mail, and I just thought it was so cool that people liked them enough to like create art for them or like buy them something and send it to them. Like I always thought that was cool, and like from then or even maybe even earlier, I've always wanted to like pursue a career in like in content creation. I really don't want to say the word influencer because I don't know, I think like to me that's just a word that I don't know, has negative connotations maybe, because like you think of influencer, you think of all the like the the bad people. Like you think of like Logan Paul, and Logan Paul is a scammer. You don't, or like Team 10 when it was in its quote unquote prime. You don't think like you don't think of someone good when you think of influencer. I feel like, or at least to me, you don't think of like someone who's saving the world and saving lives. But yeah, that's why I don't like the word influencer. I don't even know if I like the word content creator. I think I would like to call it like entertainer or something, because like that's what I'm doing. I'm entertaining the masses, because I'm so charismatic and so confident in everything that I do that you just can't help but be entertained by what I'm doing. And I'm really good with sarcasm, and you can really tell that I'm really good at sarcasm just right there. But back to the whole competition thing, like I was gonna film a video for that, and get skate clips, talk to the people, just hang out with everybody and film and like have a good time. And like I did have a good time for the most part, but I think, well, I don't think this, I know it, but like when it comes to like filming in public, I guess I'm nervous, not nervous as in I am physically scared to film in public. Like I used to film at the gym, and I was like telling someone like, yeah, I just didn't film because I was scared of, I don't know, just kind of nerve-wracking. Like it's scary to like have this huge camera and stick it in someone's face and be like, be entertaining, do something funny, do something that's gonna make people laugh or think that people's gonna like you. I don't want to put pressure on someone to where they feel weird or like out of place or like, what did that guy do? Or just, I don't know, make them not want to come around me. I don't know, but yeah, but like I'm like when I'm at the gym, I'm filming myself, so I don't have to worry about like talking to other people or filming other people. Like I'm just filming myself. And like even when I made a video about me and my buddies boxing, and that was pretty fun actually. I think the video did pretty well. I will say when me and Mallory were rewatching it after I edited it, I said to her that like my editing I feel like really saves the video, because yeah, the video is good, but I think I put edits in there to where like most people are gonna laugh at it. Like I put this one song on there, and I like to put sound effects too. Sound effects are funny to me for some reason. I feel like it just enlightens the scene or whatever. But there is one part in the video. Also, if you haven't watched it yet, of course go check it out. But also another thing, I got like 100 views in one day, which is crazy. It was actually 100 views in less than 12 hours, which is, I think, is kind of cool. And I even posted that too, and I was like, oh, people are gonna think I'm so like stupid for doing that, But like, why should I care like what other people are thinking? But besides that, I told her like my editing really saved it, because I put like this one piece in it where I was like, it's like, I don't even know what you would call it, just like filler maybe, or it's not B-roll, because B-roll is something totally different than what I did, but it's just like me like getting boxing reps in, moving around, and then like I took that and I edited it into like one of those Mike Tyson motivation things, which I like. I love that stuff. I love being able to edit something or take like simple stuff out of nothing and then edit it into something to where I am like proud of. Cause like there's the next day when I went into work after it was posted, there was this guy that was watching it, and I was like, oh, go to this part. And I was like, no one really understands how like how I feel about it, like I just feel so like proud of it, because I didn't put that much work into it, but I put it to where like it's something that other people enjoy, like something that other people entertain. So, and the other part where I was at the gym, and there was a song, and it's a hilarious song by Dixon Dallas. It's called "Good Looking," I think. But yeah, it's like country music for the guys in Brokeback Mountain, which if you don't know what Brokeback Mountain is, it's about two gay cowboys, They like go and ranch on this mountain or whatever, and they're lonely the whole time, so they just have sex with each other the entire time. It has Keith, what the freak? It has Heath Ledger and Jake Gyllenhaal in it, which I love. Heath Ledger, gone too soon, I gotta say. But yeah, I love putting stuff in there that, that's just funny, and I hope that I can get better at that. But I kind of go off track a little bit, don't I? But like with the whole filming in public, I really got to work on, just like kind of being more confident and like putting myself out there more. Because I like when I was there, I did make a video, be like, oh, I'm here, let me get some clips, and like I don't know how many times I've done that where I've like not thought, but like I've went and actually done a video and like it didn't turn out the way I wanted it to, or like I didn't do the things that I wanted to do in the video because I was scared of, like I was just like scared or shy to do it. Which sucks. I like found two SD cards that has stuff on it from years ago, and there was just like so much like content or whatever, but like I at the time I just wasn't like, I didn't film to the full potential. I only filmed some of it, and then I don't know, I just stopped. And like that's a common key factor for me. Like I'll get to a certain spot and I'll just stop for some reason. I don't know why I do that. Like with the one video I've brought up a few times, the one with Aaron Hall I made, it had like 40,000 views on it. And you would think like a smart person would continuously make videos after that. And I made like 4 videos after that. You would think that someone would capitalize on that and continue to make videos. But like I didn't. I didn't until like 4 or 5, maybe even 6 months later. Same with the podcast. Like I just don't take advantage of timing like that, I guess. But like now, also back then I didn't really have a support system either. Like it was just me. But like now I have Mallory, and she like really pushes me to do better. I don't even know if she's here. I can't really see. These lights are in my face. You can't see it, but there are lights in my face. It's actually funny. As soon as I was saying that, she actually came in the door, so that's funny. She brought me some stuff too. So that's really cool. Honestly, I don't think I would have a lot of stuff like without her. And I'm like looking around right now because see if she's snooping in on me. But yeah, I feel like I wouldn't have like a lot of stuff if she wasn't around. Like she really does like put me in check and like give me like a good headspace and like a clear head and stuff. It makes me like not worry about stuff, which is like I was listening to a song the other day, and it was like such a weird, it's like a weird like experience, not a weird experience, but it was just like a very not emotional, like I wasn't crying, but it's like one of those songs that like takes you back to like that certain place that you're at. So I was listening to my music, and then it like went to this one song that's similar to the other song by the same guy. So I was like, oh, I'm gonna go listen to the other song because like I knew, like not how it made me feel, like how that song made me feel back then, So it's like I was looking at it from like a different perspective now. And the song is "Follow the Sun" by Xavier Rude or something. It's a really good song, like very indie. But I was listening to it and I was like, wow, this like song makes me feel things, but like not in like a sad I miss the past kind of way. But it was like the song I had listened to the first time when I got when I got the stupid freaking COVID vaccination that I wish I never got. Sometimes I like sit there and like, oh, I really shouldn't have got it. I want to get it out of me. But then like I can't do anything. It's whatever, and it's probably not going to kill me. I'll be fine. I'm healthy. But it was the second day of the vaccination, and that was like always the worst of it. And it was like April of no, it wasn't April. It was like September, October of 2021. And I had to get it so I could go to New Mexico. And at the time, like, I was, like, in such a weird, like, weird spot in my life. Like, I had just been broken up with, and I was like seeing this other girl, and I was like about to leave. Like in a couple months, I was about to leave everything that I had ever known, and the only place that I had ever lived my entire life, to move 3/4 across the country, like I don't even. It was like over 1,500 miles away, 24 hours, full drive nonstop to New Mexico, and like I was just, it was like I can't, like it's hard for me to put in words just because, like where I was at was so crazy, you know. Like me and Mallory have talked about like going back to New Mexico, and like as much as I want to go, like I do want to go, but you know I don't want things to be thrown off. Like I don't want to stop doing like making videos and making the podcast because I know if I went out there I wouldn't do it. You know, I'd be out there like snowboarding all the time. But that song just like gives me this feeling of like, yo, I just been broken up with, so I feel like the world was ending, you know, and it was so weird because I was in and out of sleep when I was listening to this song, and I was like so worried about everything. I was like like healing from one thing, like trying to go to the next, and then having to like move across the country. Like it was just, I was feeling a lot of different stuff at once, and it was just crazy. Like I'm getting like goosebumps just talking about it, and like me listening to it now reminded me like everything's gonna be okay. Like I thought back then, like the world was gonna end. I was never gonna be able to recover. Like I thought that was gonna define me, you know, for a while. Like I thought that I wasn't gonna be able to move on from that, and you know it did take me a while to move on from that. But like just listening to that song now and like kind of putting myself back to where I was, it was like literally everything will be okay. Like everything's gonna work out how it's supposed to. Everything's going to get better. Like legit, everything happens for a reason. You know, like where you're at right now is where you should be at right now. Like that point in my life was just, it was so. I can't even describe it, but it was just like such a strong feeling, and like me thinking about it now doesn't make me like miss it or like want to go back to it, but like it's just, it was, I don't know, it was just like it was like I was trying to, I don't even know, man, like I really don't, like I'm trying to like understand it and like put it into words, but it's like I was like trying not to cope with it, I guess. I don't know. I hope you understood any of that. Because I like, in my head, I understood a lot of it, you know. Like, but I think that happens to, like, a lot of us, you know, where we get in those situations or mindsets where we think that our current situation is, you know, going to be here for the rest of our life, you know, and we don't want to hear that, you know, it's going to get better. You know, I've been through a few breakups, and you know how many times I've heard there's plenty of fish in the sea, you know, all that kind of stuff. But like at the time, like I didn't want to hear that, you know. But like once I got over it, and like once I got better, I've realized that there are, and like who I was with is nowhere close or ever will be to who I'm with now. Like Mallory is legit, like probably one of the best things that's ever happened to me, and. Yeah, she can't hear right now. Sorry, I'm looking to see if she's here, but she's gonna listen to this anyway. But like Mallory is like, she has definitely helped me with a lot of stuff, and she continuously helps me. And I really think that she's gonna be like one of the main reasons why I am successful. Because like if I were to be doing this and like being able to push myself, I would never do it. Like I'm too like critical of myself, and I'm too hard on myself to like almost every aspect, because she'll like catch me on things that I didn't even notice I was being hard on myself. But yeah, like in those moments where like we don't want to hear of like the truth, like we just like we just want to sit there and think that like the world is gonna end and the current situation you're in is gonna be there forever and ever. But will get better. It always does. In every aspect of your life, I know a few people that are kind of going through it right now, and there's a lot of times where I want to tell them, like, it's going to get better, but when you're in that kind of headspace, that's like the last thing you want to hear. Like like when you first break up with someone or get broken up with, vice versa, you don't want to hear that there's plenty of people out there. Or like when you lose a job or get fired or quit, you don't want to hear that, oh, there are plenty of jobs out there that you can do. But I don't know why you don't want to hear that, but maybe you're just so used to your current situation, and change might be hard for you. But like everything is gonna get better, no matter what. But that's really all I have for now. Thank you for listening. If you did understand any of that, I really appreciate it. Thank you guys for listening to the podcast. Thank you guys for listening to me. It like really means a lot when people like tell me about the podcast or like give me feedback, whether it's good or bad, because to create something and think that it's not good, or create something and think that it's not your best, and people still turn around and say that it's good, it really does mean a lot. But with this, like, I've heard a lot of people say that they've always wanted to create a podcast, or like always want to do something like that. I just say do it. Like just do it. I know it's hard because you kind of sit there and think of like all the ways that could go wrong, when in reality you need to sit there and think of all the ways it could go right, and then it will go right. You just got to be confident in it, and you got to like set goals and foresee goals. So that's like what I'm doing right now. I'm like trying to get better at it, but really, sincerely, honestly, I appreciate everybody who listens. I appreciate everybody who genuinely thinks that like what I'm putting out is good content. It really does mean a lot, So thank you guys for listening. I've probably said it 1,000 times, but I don't think I can ever say it enough to where you guys will understand how much it means to me. Definitely go check out all the other episodes. Go check out my Instagram and my YouTube, my personal stuff as well. And just, thank you for supporting me, and I appreciate all of you.